Hey guys, welcome to my newest video for today. For today's video I am going to be doing a graphic novel comic book haul for autumn 2020. I've decided that I want to actually do these hauls via seasons as opposed to monthly. So some of these I did actually film videos for, but I've since deleted them, so I thought I would just start again with the videos. So yeah, it's been a while since I've actually filmed a video, but I haven't really been inspired to film lately, but I thought while I've got a bit of inspiration I would actually sit down and film some videos. So I'm just going to get straight into it and show off the graphic novels and some comics that I've picked up in the last few months, because I have fallen down a very fast and big Batman obsession and DC graphic novels obsession, and yeah, I can't get enough of it. So I've sort of built up my physical graphic novel collection a bit, because if you've seen my graphic novel collection overview for 2020, you'll know that I've started building up my DC graphic novels. But yeah, so I thought I would just show the ones that I've since added to that video. So I'm just going to get straight into it, and sort of what started the whole pick up as many graphic novels as I can, even though this one's technically a comic, but I wanted a physical copy of the 80th anniversary of Robin, because this year's 80 years since the character first appeared, and I wanted a copy for my own collection, because I'm a big fan of the Robin character, and I couldn't really find anywhere, at least in Australia, that had this comic in stock. And I eventually found a store that was selling them and some other comics, so that's sort of what basically spawned the whole I need all the graphic novels and stuff. So yeah, I just picked up the Robin 80th. I have since read this. I actually quite enjoyed this one, sort of seeing tales from the different Robins, but even though there was one story that completely and utterly devastated me when I read it. But anyway, it's so this was the 100-page super spectacular, so that's Robin the 80th anniversary. And then, sort of going on with the Robin theme, I did pick up the next volume of Batman and Robin from the New 52, because I did read the first volume and really enjoyed it, so I wanted to continue on with this series. So I found this volume in hardcover, so I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, I'm sort of not really picky whether if I pick up just the regular trades, whether they're paperback or hardback, but yeah, I just happened to stumble upon this one, and I thought, you know what, I'll just go ahead and add it so I can read it at some point. So that's Batman and Robin New 52 Volume 2 Pearl. And then we sort of move into what is probably one of my all-time favourite series, and I'm actually caught up with it. So I'm waiting month to month now for the single issue releases, and that is Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is the Rebirth series, but yeah, I devoured this entire thing. I don't have the physical copies of the rest of these trades, because I did actually read them via Comixology, I think it's called, but I do plan to eventually pick up the rest of the trades for the collection, because yeah, it's one of my favourite series. Yeah, I just binged the whole thing. So that's yeah, Red Hood and the Outlaws Volume 1 Dark Trinity. And then we have some actual graphic, not actual comics, but it is the entire run of the comics, because I found them for a really good deal on eBay, and that is the 26 issue run of Red Robin, because I'm actually finding I really enjoy Tim Drake's character, and I wanted to sort of I've been trying to read more from him, and this series is, in particular, I've been interested in because I know it deals with him searching, like, for Batman, because he's been, like, everyone thinks Batman's dead, and Tim's basically like, no, he's still alive, and yeah, it's basically him trying to prove that he's, Batman's still alive, and no one really believing him, so I'm, yeah, really interested to check this series out. I got them as the single trades because the actual graphic novels are out of print and they're really expensive, so I found the, like, all 26 issues for under $100. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to get it and read them this way, so yeah, this is one of my favourite purchases that I made, so yeah, so that's Red Robin issues 1 through to 26. And then I also picked up Deceased. This is the first volume that was released in the, I don't know, it's like a series, but it's like they've all got different like spin-offs and that. So this was the first, like, this is the first one, because this one basically deals with a virus that's spreading across the earth, and I think it's, yeah, turns people into zombies, which, you know, maybe not the best time to read something like this, but I've seen so many, like, things from the sequel Unkillables on Tumblr, and I'm like, I really want to read Unkillables, but I know it's, yeah, better to read the first one, like, first, so that to get the like the bigger, like the context of it. So I thought, you know what, I'll pick up the hardcover version on this one, because I think it actually looks kind of cool. So that's yeah, Deceased, and then hopefully I can get on to reading the rest of the series at some point. So well, once I read this one first, and then get to the rest of them, because I know there's a couple of other spin-offs that have just, one's like a prequel, and then there's going to be another spin-off I think in a couple of months, so that's that one. And then this one I didn't really know anything about, but the premise sounded really interesting, so I picked up Batman Damned. This is from their Black Label line, I believe, so it's more like darker and like mature content and that. So I think, yeah, this one is basically the Joker ends up dying and Batman thinks he may have killed him, but he can't quite remember, so he teams up with John Constantine, who I'm actually finding I'm really, like, a fascinating character, like, sort of making my way through the DC comics. So I think, yeah, at some point I definitely want to read more, like, John Constantine ones, but yeah, I'm really intrigued to check this one out. So that's Batman Damned. And then I have my very first Absolute edition, and it's sort of one of the very first stories that I read earlier this year that started the whole, like, graphic novel obsession, and that is Black Mirror. It's this really like, cool edition, and I mean, yeah, it was a little more pricey than what I would have liked to have paid for it, but it was really cool and I wanted it, so but yeah, this was like a fantastic story, one of the more disturbing stories I've read, because there's some, yeah, quite disturbing imagery in this one, but it was it was an excellent story, and I wanted a cool edition to have, to have it in my collection, so I went ahead and got Black Mirror, the Absolute edition, and then I kind of went a bit omnibus crazy, so I got 3 omnibuses to show. They're quite heavy, so it might be a bit awkward showing them, but the first one that I got is Batman. This one is by Jeff Loeb, I think, and Tim Sale. So basically the main reason I wanted this one is because this has the Long Halloween in it, and all reports basically say this is the story that's going to inspire the new Batman movie next year, so I wanted to read the original source material at some point. So I haven't read, like, obviously I haven't started delving into this one yet, but I did want to go ahead and pick this up, and I'm going to put this down now because this is really heavy, but I'm really excited to delve into these stories, because I just thought it would work, like, because the issues it collects and that, I just thought it worked out at a better deal than just grabbing the individual trade. So yeah, we have the Batman Omnibus. And then I also picked up the first Omnibus edition of Grant Morrison's Batman run. Now, I've just finished reading the first volume of Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol, and I absolutely love that, so I'm very excited to delve into his Batman run, because I've heard really fantastic things, and I know there's like quite a few iconic stories in this one, because I think this eventually leads to what spawns the events of Red Robin. So, and yeah, I'm excited to read this one, because I have read the Batman and Robin spin-off, which I think he wrote as well, but yeah, I'm excited to read his, which I also enjoyed, like the first volume that I read of that, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to his Batman run. So that's Batman by Grant Morrison. And then last but certainly not least, I picked up the Batman Golden Age Omnibus, which has the very early stories of like the initial Batman run. So I'm very intrigued to see what the early stories are like, because this has, I think, the first appearance, and then yeah, you've also got the first original appearances of like Robin, Joker, Catwoman and that in this one. So very curious to see like how the originals ones compare to the later ones, as I think in this, this was before like all the continuity issues and things like that, so, and timelines. So yeah, it'd be very interesting going back and reading these tales. So that is it. As you can see, I have a lot of reading to do, in addition to all the ebook graphic novels that I've gotten. So yeah, I've trying to play a bit of catch up with the current runs and that, so it may take a while to get to the earlier stuff that I've picked up, but I am excited to read all of them. So I'm just going to stop it here. So thank you guys for watching, and until my next video, I will see you guys next time.